In the early 1970s, a group of Malayalis, carrying with them countless dreams, set foot on the dreamland of America. As they began to take root in this new soil, the intensity of their innate spiritual yearning grew stronger. Their next step was to form a prayer group, which later evolved into the St.Thomas Cathedral in Houston, Texas. At a time when they were seeking a priest to lead them in worship, they learned about Reverend Koshi P. John, who was in New Orleans, a city near Houston. They invited him to Houston, and in September 1974, he offered the first Holy Qurbana and later officiated the first wedding in the community. Later, they heard about Reverend C.O. Verghese, who was in Corpus Christi. They invited him to Houston as well, and on November 17, 1974, he celebrated the Holy Qurbana at St. Mark's Episcopal Chapel, attended by about 45 believers. In a subsequent meeting, it was decided that Reverend C.O. Verghese would conduct the Holy Qurbana every third Sunday of the month. On December 15, 1974, during the second gathering, it was decided to elevate this prayer group to a parish and affiliate it with the outside Kerala diocese. On December 27, 1974, in another meeting, it was decided to dedicate the parish to St. Thomas, the Apostle of India. Zacharias Venatakunathil, who had come to Houston for his studies, was elected as the first president of the parish. In the same parish assembly, they decided to request His Grace, Dr. Matthews Mar Athanasius, then outside Kerala Diocesan Metropolitan, to appoint Reverend Father C.O. Verghese as the first vicar of the parish. In the early days, around 60 people participated in the worship, and on February 13, 1975, the parish was incorporated as a non-profit organization under Texas law. Additionally, the parish's decisions were communicated to the outside Kerala Diocese Metropolitan, who approved all the requirements of the parish through his 86th Kalpana on March 4, 1975. On April 20, 1975, the newly appointed Metropolitan, Thomas Mar Makarios, was invited to the parish, and he offered the first Holy Qurbana. From May 1975 onwards, it was decided to hold the Holy Qurbana on the first and third Sundays of every month. The need for a church building of their own grew stronger within the parish. In a meeting held in August 1975, a building committee was elected. From November 1975, the chapel at St. Thomas University campus was used for worship until February 1977. As the number of parish members increased, 1.5 acres of land was purchased in the Bridgeport area of Houston between 1979 and 1980. And in 1981, the dream of building a church was realized. To assist Reverend C.O. Verghese in spiritual matters, Reverend M.T. Phillip was appointed as the assistant vicar at the request of the parish general body and by the order of Metropolitan Thomas Mar Makarios. In the early days of the church, Sunday school was held in homes with Mom and Matthew and Stephen Zacharias Venatakunathil taking responsibility. Under the church's first Sunday school principal, Kuruvala Verghese, Father C.O. Verghese and Peter K. Thomas led the teaching duties for middle school and high school students.
74-ല് നമ്മള്
In 1974, the church was a small community. Now the church has grown into a cathedral and numbers have risen. When the church was growing, I was active in many of the spiritual organizations, including MGOCism, Sunday School, St. Thomas Mission, and Medical Mission. I offer my blessings for this Golden Jubilee, and I will be praying for everyone, always. In 1988, Reverend C.O. Verghese retired and returned to his homeland, and Reverend Georgis Arupala took over as the vicar, with Reverend M.T. Philip continuing as the assistant vicar. By 1991, due to the growing number of parish members, it was decided to purchase 4 acres of land in Stafford City and build a new church. In 1992, the newly appointed American Diocese Metropolitan, Matthews Mar Barnabas, laid the foundation stone for the new church. On December 25th and 26th of 1993, the consecration of the church was carried out under the leadership of Barnabas Tinmeni. In 1993, after finishing the building of the church in 1 year, I was given the opportunity by God to receive the keys of the church from Matthews Mar Barnabas Tinmeni. During the celebration of our Golden Jubilee, I wish my blessings upon all parish members and families. As the parish grew, spiritual organizations for children, youth, women, and senior citizens also developed. In 1998, Reverend V.C. Verghese was ordained as priest, followed by Maman Matthew and Matthew Alacorde in 1999. Binu Matthew was ordained as a deacon, later receiving priesthood in 2010. In 1999, during the 25th anniversary of the church, the then vicar, Reverend Georgis Arupala, was elevated to the position of Corpiscopa by the Catholicos Moramar Baselios Martoma Matthews II. Recognizing the good works done by the parish in the community over the past 25 years, Stafford City Mayor Leonard Scarcella named the 12-acre area where the church stands as St. Thomas Place in honor of the parish. In 2009, the parish general body decided to expand the church to accommodate more members in the worship service. The western side of the church was enlarged, the facade was raised, and additional facilities including an office room, lobby, and bathrooms were added.
ത്രിയേക ദൈവത്തിൻ്റെ തിരുനാമത്തിന് മഹത്വം ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കട്ടെ. ഈ ഇടവകയുടെ പ്രാരംഭം മുതൽ
From the beginning of the parish, I was able to serve this parish in all aspects through God's blessings. During the celebration of our Golden Jubilee, I wish my blessings upon all parish members and families.
ആഘോഷിക്കുന്ന ഈ സമയത്ത് ഇടവകയിലെ എല്ലാ കുടുംബങ്ങൾക്കും അനുഗ്രഹങ്ങളും ആശംസിച്ചുകൊള്ളുന്നു.
In the same year, the Southwest American Diocese was formed, and Alexios Mar Eusebios was appointed as the first metropolitan. His enthronement ceremony was held at St. Thomas Church in 2010. During this time, the Catholicate designated His Grace Paulos Mar Melitios to make his holy visit to the parish representing the Holy Synod and the Catholicos of the East, His Holiness Basilios Martoma Didymos I, and proclaimed the St. Thomas Orthodox Church Houston as the official cathedral church of the Southwest American Diocese. On April 10, 2010, the Southwest American Diocese Metropolitan, Alexios Mar Eusebios, elevated Deacon Jacob Korean, a member of the parish, to the full deaconship. 2 years later, on April 14, 2012, he was ordained as a priest. On April 15, 2011, the Southwest American Diocese Metropolitan, Alexios Mar Eusebios, ordained Deacon Christopher Matthew, another member of the parish, as a full deacon. And on December 17, 2011, he was ordained as a priest at St. Thomas Cathedral. In 2012, the parish general body decided to request a youth minister to cater to the needs of the young members of the parish. Reverend Joel Matthew, a newly ordained priest from St. Mary's Church in Dallas, was appointed as the assistant vicar of the parish by Alexios Mar Eusebios. In addition, most of the early members of the parish were over 60 years old, so the parish decided to start an organization called St. Thomas Seniors to address their needs. This organization meets once a month to discuss and address the concerns of the senior members of the parish.
ഈ സെൻറ്റ് തോമസ് ഓർത്തഡോക്സ് കത്തീഡ്രലിൻ്റെ സുവർണ ജൂബിലി ആഘോഷിക്കുന്ന ഈ വേളയിൽ നമുക്ക് ആർക്കും ഒരിക്കലും മറക്കുവാനാകാത്ത ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണ്.
In the times of celebrating Golden Jubilee, someone that we can never forget is our beloved K.O. Joseph. He entered eternal rest in 2009, and in 1992 through 93, the duties of managing the construction of the church was given to him. He sincerely worked hard for the growth of the church.
ഉത്തരവാദപ്പെട്ട മേഖലകളിലിരുന്ന് അദ്ദേഹം ആശ്രാന്ത പരിശ്രമം ഈ പള്ളിയുടെ വളർച്ചയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടി ചെയ്ത ഒരു വ്യക്തി. അദ്ദേഹത്തെ ഈ സമയത്ത് ഓർക്കുവാൻ ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു.
The construction of the long-awaited St. Thomas Community Center was decided during the 2014 Parish Assembly. A construction and finance committee was elected to implement the work on time and efficiently. In 2015, the Stafford City approved the construction of the community center to accommodate all the needs of the parish. The foundation stone was blessed by Metropolitan Moramar Basilios Martoma Matthews II during the Silver Jubilee of the parish in 1999 and kept safely in the church for 16 years. On November 22, 2015, the Diocesan Metropolitan, His Grace Alexios Mar Eusebios, laid this same foundation stone in the presence of Stafford City Mayor Honorable Leonard Scarcella and many parish believers. On this memorable occasion, the city mayor emphasized that the St. Thomas Church is an integral part of the Stafford City. On the same day, Arupada Achin's 75th birthday was celebrated. The church came this far due to God's blessings and due to the hard work of the parish members. I offer my greetings to the church and hope God blesses you all. The construction of the community center began in December 2015. This 27,000 square foot building includes classrooms for Sunday school, from pre-K to 12th grade, meeting rooms, cottages for priests, recreational facilities like basketball, tennis, and badminton courts, and a beautiful 5,000 square foot chapel for prayer and worship. This community center was consecrated on July 23, 2017 by Metropolitan Alexios Mar Eusebios and handed over to the parish.
After we came to Houston, we, a small group of people, get together and formed a church. Now the church grown so fast. I thank God to be part of this Golden Jubilee celebration. I take this opportunity to congratulate and wish you all the best.
Since 2016, Holy Qurbana has been conducted simultaneously in Malayalam and English in both the church and the auditorium every Sunday. This church became the first in America to offer the Holy Qurbana simultaneously in English.
Who are receiving the precious body and blood. 1974 ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട സിഒ വർഗീസ് അച്ഛൻ ആദ്യ ബലി അർപ്പിച്ച് ആരംഭിച്ച ഈ ദേവാലയം
In 1974, the first Holy Qurbana that started this church was celebrated by Reverend Father C.O. Verghese. Then, for 35 years, Very Reverend Arupala Korpiskopos provided his spiritual leadership for the parish. Currently, Reverend Father P.M. Cherian, Very Reverend Father Maman Matthew Korpiskopos, Reverend Father Rajesh K. John, and Reverend Father Christopher Matthew lead the parish spiritually. At this time, I remember all the priests and church members who served the church before God. I offer my heartfelt prayers and blessings to all the church members during this Golden Jubilee celebration.
എല്ലാവിധമായ പ്രാർത്ഥന അനുഗ്രഹ ആശംസകളും ഹൃദയപൂർവ്വം നേരുകയാണ്.
In 2016, a new organization called St.Thomas Mission was started for charitable activities. Through this organization, the parish sponsored many children in various orphanages in Kerala. The St. Thomas Food Ministry, in collaboration with the Houston Food Bank, distributes food items to 300 families twice a month.
1974, I was elected as one of the committee member of the first managing committee of the St. Thomas Orthodox Church. I thank God. Now the church grow rapidly, is a cathedral now. I am proud to be a part and parcel of the church. During the Jubilee celebration, I would like to extend all my best wishes.
In 2018, the St. Thomas cricket team was formed and a new cricket field was constructed. On June 30th, 2018, the beautiful chapel in the community center was consecrated and blessed by Dr. Yohanan Mar Dimitrios and Dr. Zacharias Mar Aprem, who named the chapel St. Ephraim's Chapel. In January 2019, Reverend M.T. Thomas entered eternal rest, and his funeral service was conducted in this parish under the leadership of Metropolitan Zacharias Mar Nikolaos. In July 2019, Reverend Eldos Elias was appointed as the Assistant Vicar of the parish by the Southwest American Diocese Assistant Metropolitan Zacharias Mar Aprem. In August 2020, Reverend P.M. Cherian was appointed as the Assistant Vicar in place of Reverend Joel Matthew, who relocated to Dallas. In 2022, the first Vicar of the parish, Reverend Dr. C.O. Verghese, entered eternal rest, and the first part of his funeral service was held at the St. Thomas Cathedral. In the same year, Father Givergis Arupala, who had served as a priest for about 35 years, retired from the position of vicar, and Reverend Mar Aprem, Metropolitan, appointed Father P.M. Cherian as a vicar. The Very Reverend Father Givergis Arupala, blessed by God, led this parish for 3 decades. From just 1.5 acres, he expanded to 12 acres of land, with more than 350 families, over 250 students, ranging from pre-K to 12th grade, a Sunday school building with classrooms necessary for their education, a beautifully constructed chapel, modern indoor sports facilities, and more than 10 spiritual organizations and prayer groups, were many of the blessings we received through Arupalachin. In 2022, Reverend Mar Uprem Metropolitan appointed Father Rajesh K. John and Father Christopher Matthew as co-assistant priests. In September 2022, a retirement function was held in the parish for the beloved Arupala Achin. His Holiness Basilios Martoma Matthews III was the chief guest of the event. Believers from nearby parishes participated in the program, making it a blessed occasion. At that venue, His Holiness, in the presence of His Grace Dr. Zacharias Mar Uprem, elevated Very Reverend Arupala Corpiscopos to the position of Vicar Emeritus of the parish.
Malangara Orthodox Syrian Church hereby confers on Very Reverend Georgios Arupala Corpiscopos the distinguished title of Vicar Emeritus of St.Thomas Orthodox Cathedral, Houston, for his exemplary service to our Holy Church as Vicar of St.Thomas Orthodox Cathedral, Houston, for 34 years. September 20, 2022, His Holiness Moran Mar Basilios Marthoma Matthews III, Catholicos of the East and Malangara Metropolitan and Metropolitan of the Diocese of Southwest America. His Grace, Dr. Zacharias Mar Uprem, Assistant Metropolitan of Diocese of Southwest America.
In June 2023, Mr. Ken Matthew, a longtime member of the parish, was elected as the mayor of Stafford City. On November 1st, 2023, the parish began its year-long Golden Jubilee celebrations with a special Holy Kurbana, led by the longtime vicar, Arupala Achin. Following this, a meeting was organized with chief guests, including Judge K.P. George from Fort Bend County, Mayor Ken Matthew of Stafford City, and senior members of our parish from 1974 onwards. As part of the year-long celebrations, it was decided to undertake various charitable activities with a donation of $100,000 in Stafford and its surrounding areas. The conclusion of the celebrations is scheduled from September 20th through the 24th in 2024. The church decided to invite His Holiness Mora Mar Basilios Martoma Matthews III, the Catholicos of the East and Mullingar Metropolitan, as the chief guest. A Golden Jubilee Committee was formed to organize the celebrations beautifully. On March 2nd, 2024, at Parumala Church, the parish metropolitan, Reverend Dr. Thomas Maravanios, elevated Deacon Renan Cherian to the full priesthood. In the same year, Father Maman Matthew and Father Dr. V.C. Verghese were appointed to the position of Corpiscopos by Reverend Dr. Thomas Maravanios at St. Thomas Cathedral. Through these years, St. Thomas Church has been working selflessly to help the needy and underprivileged, supporting believers in Kerala and America. With the parish's blessing, homes have been provided to numerous homeless individuals in the area. The parish has sponsored many children, providing assistance for their education and livelihood expenses.
അമേരിക്കയിലെ സെന്റ് തോമസ് പള്ളിക്കാർക്ക് നന്ദി.
Additionally, the parish contributed to the construction of the Cancer Center at Paramala and also supported the building and renovation of the Orthodox Theological Center. as we reflect on the remarkable journey from 1974 to 2024, we remember the teachings of His Holiness Basilios Martoma Matthews II, who addressed this parish during the Holy Qurbana in 1999.
Faithful that the Houston people be an exemplary group, faithful group. Oh, Houston. Jesus Christ would say, "La Gabriele, Yandu, a Houston le kun nokkadi." നോക്ക് സൂക്ഷിച്ച് നോക്ക്, കൊടുക്കട, അനുഗ്രഹം കൊടുക്കട, കൊട്ടക്കണക്കിന് കൊടുക്കട.
ഒന്നുമില്ലായ്മയിൽ നിന്ന് തുടങ്ങി കുറച്ച് ആളുകളുടെ കഠിനാധ്വാനവും ദൈവത്തിലുള്ള ആശ്രയം കൊണ്ട് ഇന്ന് ഇത്രയും വലിയ രീതിയിൽ എത്തുവാൻ തക്കവണ്ണം സാധിച്ചു.
Starting from nothing, we have been able to grow this much as a church community in these 50 years. I'm grateful that God allowed me to be a part of this blessed 50-year celebration, and I offer my greetings and thanks to all who contribute to these celebrations.
പ്രവർത്തിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും ആശംസ നേരുകയും ഇതിനുവേണ്ടി പ്രവർത്തിച്ച എല്ലാവരുള്ള സന്തോഷവും നന്ദി അറിയിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ദൈവസന്നിധിയിൽ താഴ്ന്നിരുന്ന് ഈ എല്ലാ ആശംസകളും ഈ സമയത്ത് നിങ്ങൾക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും നേരുന്നു.